Hi guys. So my name is Jessica Kent. I'm joining you from Maine. I'm so honored to be here. I'm going to have each of you find a comfortable place to sit, hopefully on the ground, but if you need to be in a chair, that's fine as well. And we're going to start our practices with the intention of less effort for the next half hour and more ease. The name of the class is Cultivating Ease Through Yogic Practices. So follow along as much as you can, and if anything hurts or if anything doesn't feel right in your body, please, please, please stop what you're doing, take a breath, and then maybe revisit it in a more gentle way. So as you're settling into your seated position, I'd like you to notice the sits bones, those bony prominences in the hips. And see if you can close your eyes and just let everything sink down into the hips. So you're just noticing the ground below you supporting you. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. And notice where the breath is moving in your body. You can take your hands right to the belly and see if you can get the breath to move directly into the belly. So you're moving the navel with the breath, taking a deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. A deep breath in. Exhale all the way out. And let's float the hands up to the heart. Again, the eyes can stay closed. You're just resting the hands on the center of the chest. See if you can get the breath to fully come into this part of the rib cage. Taking a deep breath in, feeling the sternum rise. Exhale, everything empties out of the body. A couple more breaths like this. Deep breath in, long breath out. Deep breath in, long breath out. So the hands can float to just below the rib cage. This is where the diaphragm is. We're going to take breaths here as well. So taking a deep breath in through the nose. As you exhale, drop the jaw. Audible sigh exhale. We're going to do this a few more times. Deep breath in. Relax the face and the throat on the exhale. Deep breath in. And all the way out. So continue doing this. The eyes can stay closed again if that's comfortable. And we're starting with this breath because it's a really calming, grounding breath. So we're moving from this space where we're cultivating ease into a space where you're probably going to have to absorb a lot of information. Let's completely clear everything out, rest the nervous system for a little bit so that you can be more receptive to everything that's about to happen. So a few more breaths like this. The audible sigh, the audible part really makes a difference. On your next inhalation, let's lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears. And as you exhale, drop them all the way down. So we're slowing the breath down, slowing the movements down with the breath. A couple more times with this. Deep breath in. Long breath out. If you're noticing tension here, feel free to just give a couple finger circles right underneath the collarbones as you continue to breathe. This is really good if you're pregnant, honestly. There's so much forward pull. Just help open it up a little bit. So a few more breaths right here. Keep on moving the shoulders. And then we're going to extend the fingertips back and behind the body. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhalation, roll the chin down towards the chest. Breathing into your collarbones. 2 more breaths like this. See if you can roll your shoulder blades in towards the spine. Just a few more. So on your next inhalation, let's take the right hand and let's twist it across the body to the left knee. You can bring that left hand a little closer in towards the body and look out over the shoulder. So the focus here is trying to open up the pec, that front of the chest, and trying to get the shoulder blade to swing back towards the spine. So a couple breaths here, really trying to open up that aspect of the shoulder girdle. Look out over your shoulder if it's comfortable. And remember to breathe. Let's sweep the arms up and overhead on an inhalation. You can look in between the hands. Exhale over to the other side. Look out over the left shoulder, right shoulder. And a couple more breaths here. Again, guiding the shoulder blade back, seeing if you can get the shoulder blade in towards the spine. Sweeping the arms up and overhead. Exhale over to the other side. One round of breath here. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. Let's interlock the fingers. Maybe take the palms up towards the ceiling. See if you can keep the shoulders stacked right on top of the hips. Good, and then let's drop the hands down behind the body. So I'm bringing the hands behind my neck, just like this, and we're going to squeeze. So the hands are behind the neck, and you're going to use the bony prominences of the hand to just really gently work into the nape of the neck and those muscles along the spine. You can drop the chin down, you can close your eyes. Just really dig on in there, releasing any tension. You're welcome to stay here the whole class if you want. This feels fantastic. But those of us that want to move on, reach the palms back up towards the ceiling again. Reach the index finger up towards the ceiling. Root down with the sits bones. Engage the navel towards the spine. And then we're going to take a side bend. So whichever side you want to do first is perfect. Bring your awareness to the rib cage, to the openness that you're finding right in through here. Take some deep breaths here. The space between each rib is called the intercostal muscle. And see if you can really focus on how that expands and contracts with every breath. Inhale back up to center. Exhale over to the other side. Again, rooting down with the opposite hip. Taking a few more breaths. Inhaling back up. Good, so let's bring the hands down to the knees. Let's bring the feet to the floor. We're going to hold on to the knees. We're going to lift up on an inhale, lifting up through the sternum, the center of the chest. Roll the shoulders in towards the spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl the tailbone under, and slowly, slowly, slowly let the whole spine curve in towards the navel. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Again, we're reaching up through the sternum, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, everything curls under. So as we do this, we're opening up the spine, but we're also bringing balance to the front line and the back line of the body. Deep breath in. Two more just like this. So a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. And we're going to come to a neutral spine position. Again, find balance between the sits bones. Root down through the left foot. The right foot's going to lift up, and I'd like your calf to be nice and parallel to the floor below you. Just like this. So if this feels like there's any strain on your low back or it's a little intense for you, I'd like you to wrap your hands around the thigh. If you want more of a challenge today, the hands can be out to the side. So looking at the big toe, take a deep breath in. Exhale, straighten the leg all the way up. Inhale, bend so the calf is parallel again. Lifting up. Exhale, down to parallel. Inhaling up. Exhaling down to parallel. Maybe one more time if it's comfortable. Lifting up. Exhaling down. Good. So if you want a challenge, the hands can come behind the thighs. You can lift them both up so it's parallel and then lower the other one down. Palms come out to the side or they hold down. So let me switch that around. Let's straighten and come back and straighten and come back. If anyone's feeling tension in the body, breathe into it and make the stretch a little bit less intense, okay? Maybe one more like this. And relax the feet down. So let's bring the bottoms of the feet together. And if anyone's feeling any tension in the lower body, let's lift the legs a little bit higher. If you have a pillow or a cushion near you, feel free to put it right under the knees. The more support you have, the more flexible you can be. So let's maybe take a moment. So a very loose fist. Just see if you can kind of pad down through the trapezius, all the way down and up. If you found an area that's kind of tender, maybe take a moment to rub into it. Roll the shoulders around a little bit more. And then the other side. So just a really loose, gentle fist. And really gentle patting if you find a spot that feels cranky. Get right on into it. Again, nothing today should be creating more tension in the body. Today's all about cultivating ease, having a little bit less effort for a little moment. Good. So let's also take the feet for a moment and just press straight down into the feet. So a quick little foot massage, never hurt anyone. We're going to take the left leg out to the side. If you're feeling tension behind the knee, I'd like you to either bend the knee or move the foot a little bit forward. So engage the belly, lift straight up through the arms. Reach down towards the big toe and come into a side bend. So the stretch is right here and in the inner leg. If there's tension anywhere else, let's make it a little bit less of a stretch, okay? So we're reaching down towards the toe if that's comfortable for your body. Inhale, slowly rising right on back up. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet together again, holding on to the big toes with your peace fingers. Lift up, lift through the sternum, and maybe take a quick butterfly here. Again, if there's tension behind your knees or anything intense anywhere in your body, just make it a little bit less. And then take the other leg out. So for me, that's going to be the right leg. It might not be your right leg. Take a moment just to make sure that you're grounding down through both sits bones. You might want to rock right here. That rocking motion is really, really nice for the nervous system. And if anything's pulling or intense, lessen the stretch, please. So we're lifting up through the belly, relaxing the shoulders down, reaching the fingers towards the toe, and letting that left arm come along the ear. So the breath and gravity are the only things working right now. Breathe into the low back. And slowly come back up. So bottoms of the feet together one more time and open out to the side. So butterfly is a really nice gentle way to get into the hip flexors. And those of us with desk jobs tend to get really beat up in the hip flexors. The psoas, the iliacus, all these muscles that are deep and attach into the vertebra behind the belly. We just want to open those up as much as possible. So anything that stretches the hips out is going to help those of us that have to do a lot of desk work. Let's interlock the fingers, bring it in towards the chest. Reach the fingers towards me. Take a breath in, bring it back towards your heart. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, fold forward. So if you're pregnant, do not go very far forward right here. You can just rest your hands on your thighs and more focus on the support that you're getting from the lower body. You can also let the legs be a little bit wide for this one too. Take a breath. And the knees can bend. So knees are coming to the ground. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. If you're pregnant, I'd like you to stay here. And I'd love for you to do some cat-cow. So you're lifting up through the spine. You're reaching down through the belly. You're moving with the breath. So an inhale, lifting the spine. And then exhale, lowering the belly, filling the belly right on up. And keep doing this. Again, if you're pregnant or if you have any low back pain, I'd like you to stay with this one. Anybody who wants to try something a little different is welcome to lower their belly to the floor. Bring the elbows, forearms, and palms to the ground. And just gently lift up again through the sternum. I'd like the big toes to be touching. This will help relieve any tension in the lower back. Take a deep breath into the belly. Long exhale through the mouth. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. So whether you're doing, this is called Sphinx pose, or whether you're doing cat-cow, let's do 3 to 5 more breaths here, taking your time, slowing the breath down. So if you're in Sphinx, I'm going to have you roll the chest down towards the floor. Keep the elbows nice and tight towards the body, and then push up and back. And then we're all going to come into a wide-legged child's pose. So if you can, let the knees come out to the side a bit wider than the hips, and then lower down and stretch the arms long. The forehead can rest right on the floor if that works for your body. And you guys all stay here. I'm going to talk for a moment. So this is a great one, whether you're pregnant, whether you have a desk job, this is going to help the low back relax a little bit. If you have a cushion or a pillow, this is a fantastic moment to use that and get a little bit of a yin yoga stretch going. So these would be yoga pillows. We don't have those, but if you just have pillows from your bed, maybe give this a try where you just lean forward, let the arms rest, let the head rest. And notice how the low back can kind of give way right here. We can just breathe into the low back. 2 more breaths here. So let's slowly roll back. Engage the hands so you can scoot the feet out from under you. And come onto the back of the body here. So both knees come in towards the chest, and you can rock side to side. You can draw circles with the knees. As you draw circles with the knees, notice how you can feel all the articulations in the hips and the sacrum. Switch directions. And just for our bonus hip release, bring the knees out towards the armpits. Relax the feet. Anyone familiar with Happy Baby is welcome to take a Happy Baby here. So you'd hold onto the outer blade of the foot and just let the soles of the foot look up towards the sky. Maybe 2 breaths here. And relax the feet down. Let's hug the right knee in towards the chest. Extend the left leg all the way down to the floor so that left leg is resting firmly on the ground. You can hug the right knee in towards the chest. 2 breaths here. And then I'm going to have you take the left hand, bring it to the left hip. The right hand supporting under the right knee. Just open it out to the side a little bit. So we're getting into the hips, the anterior hip, opening it up. And bring the knee back to center. Let's bring the right palm flat to the ground. Notice how the shoulders are nice and flat on the ground right now. Let's keep that as we allow the left hand to just guide the right knee across the body. So the shoulders are staying flat on the ground. The stretch is coming through the side of the thigh, maybe into the low back. And if you want, you can close your eyes and see if you can just feel the breath moving in that portion of the back. So the space between the ribs and the hips. Bring all of your awareness there. Inhale back to center. Let's hug that knee in towards the armpit this time. Flex the foot, and I'd like you to extend the heel straight into the air. Whatever it looks like for your body is perfect. Wrap the hands around the thigh, take a deep breath in, and maybe lift the head up towards the knee. Exhale, everything slowly releases to the floor. Take a full round of breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, the left knee comes in towards the chest, and you can hug it there. And you're going to let the right hand rest on the right hip. Open the left knee out to the side. Make sure you're supporting under it with the left hand. Maybe 3 to 5 breaths right here, slowing the breath down, resting into the floor below you. Again, gravity and breath are the only things working right now. Take a deep breath and bring the knee back to center. The left hand comes to the floor. The right hand supports the left knee. Both shoulders stay flat on the ground, and you can look out over the left shoulder if you want. And we'll take a few rounds of breath here too. And slowing it down even more if you can. Slowly roll onto the back. Hug the knee in towards the armpit. Flex the foot, extend the heel straight into the air. Wrap the hands around the thigh or close to it. Inhale, lift the forehead up. Exhale, rest everything down to the ground. So for Shavasana, if we want, we can let the arms and the legs be flat on the ground at about a 30-degree angle from the body. What I'd like to do more often than not is bring the bottoms of the feet to the floor. Shift the hips around a little bit. Make sure that the low back feels really flush to the ground below it. And just allow myself to feel supported by the floor. So if you have any low back pain, this would be a really great way to take the final resting posture right here. We're going to stay here for about a minute. I'm going to get up. You can stay right where you are. So we're lying down. We're bringing our awareness to the breath. Create an internal count. So inhale to 5. Exhale to 5. Inhaling 5. Exhaling 5. And if you'd like, you can play with some visualization here. So anything that's cyclical that stands out to you, you can work with. I love working with the ocean, being that I'm from Maine. So taking a deep breath in, seeing the sea out in front of you. Every time you breathe in, the waves go out into the ocean. Every time you exhale, you can watch the waves come back to shore. Inhaling into the ocean, exhaling back to shore. I'm going to stay here for a full minute. Coming back to the count, coming back to the image of the ocean, resting the entire length of your spine into the floor below you. Just 30 more seconds here. Focusing on the count. Visualizing the ocean. So you can bring gentle movement to the fingers and the toes, the hands and the feet. And I'd like you to sweep the arms up and overhead, stretch long through the fingertips. Inhale off the fingers and bring the hands beneath the neck and just roll back and forth through the neck. Even lift the head up and rock back and forth right here. You're going to notice that doing that will bring a gentle, gentle, gentle stretch from the nape of the neck all the way down into the low back. And then bend an elbow, roll onto one side of the body for a full round of breath before pushing yourself up really gently to a seated position. And closing the eyes. Coming back to breath. The hands can rest on the knees, or you can bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart, and bow the head. Thank you all so much for coming today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.